If you ask an individual who is knowledgeable in BGP their preferred command for viewing BGP neighbors, they're going to tell you, more often than not, this command, show IP BGP summary. It doesn't sound right that we use this to verify our neighbors when there is, in fact, a neighbors command. So why is it that this is our preferred command? Well, you can see the neighbors down below. But let's not jump past all these goodies. We can see our router ID, our autonomous system number, the number of times that our table has changed, which increments the version. And that all of these memory impacts, we have to understand that BGP is impactful, most impactful to memory and CPU. And so it gives us some indication of how many bytes we are using to store different chunks of information inside of the BGP table that are learned from our neighbors. So we can see, oh, we're using 3K worth of memory, almost 4K. But wait a minute, that's a kilobyte. That's not a megabyte. It's not a gigabyte. It's not a terabyte. So this is not a very big BGP table, right? So down below, this is where we're probably going to be looking. And we can see that we have 3 attempted neighbors, their IP address, their version, their autonomous system number. Don't worry too much about this area, messages sent and received all the way out. Queue information. Up and down, that's useful. If you knew that you had an outage at a specific time and it was restored, but you needed to know, well, what happened? Well, maybe there was a loss of connectivity that impacted your BGP neighbors, which could impact all of the routes tied to those neighbors. The most important column is the final one. State/prefixes received. We don't always see a state. Is that a problem? No, if we see a number, that implies, let's make a small, I'll write it as small as I can. It says it implies established. It implies established when we just see a number. So established is what we want to see. And we have to go, oh, 8, that means our state is established. 6, the state is established. Active, we've got a problem, and we are not able to peer with this router for some reason. Do we know what that reason is? Oh, wait a minute. I got a BGP notification. Syslog severity level 3, that's significant. Received from a neighbor, and it's that neighbor that matches up. And it says something about the peer in the wrong autonomous system. So that is a possible cause for seeing active. Make that association, by the way. Active can mean that you have a mismatched autonomous system that is what is built or expected from your configuration. And your configuration is your autonomous system number and the remote AS autonomous system number. There can certainly be a mismatch. And it looks like that's a hexadecimal code for maybe an autonomous system. If I want to check that number, FDFC, which is a big number, so I'm not going to try to do that in my head. So if I see, I'll put it in hexadecimal, FDFC, convert that to decimal, 65020. Oh, yeah, that matches what we have. But they must be configured for something else. Go to the other autonomous system, go to the other router, figure out what they were configured for. Is it us that's misconfigured or them? We don't know. But there's certainly a configuration issue going on. So you get a lot of powerful information from this command, show IP BGP summary. Definitely commit that command to memory. Make that part of your tool set for BGP verification.